Okay, so let us proceed with the idea of the value-added tax. Okay, so value-added tax in the Philippines is a type of indirect tax imposed on the sale, barter, exchange, or lease of goods or properties, as well as on the importation of goods and the sale of services. Okay, so if you can still remember, there are three inherent powers of the government. These are the police power, the power of eminent domain, and the power of taxation. So first, the police power, this is the power of the state to enact laws and regulations to promote public health, safety, morals, and general welfare. Kaya nga 'di ba, meron tayong mga curfews for example, meron din tayong mga batas, meron din tayo or kaya din ng government na mag-mandate na magkaroon ng vaccination during health crisis. Apo. So lahat yun, kayang i-impose ni government because it is its inherent power. So next is the power of eminent domain. The power of eminent domain is the power of the state to take private property for public use with just compensation. Ibig sabihin po kapag nag-road widening ang gobyerno, at ikaw po, yung property mo is gagamitin as pampalawak ng road. So, may karapatan po sila na bilhin yung lupa mo with just compensation. Okay? So, kaya nga po meron tayo, di bang mga highway, school, or government building na halimbawa pag-aari ng mga private institution. So, pwedeng bilhin yan ng government. Opo. Because the idea is that before it was owned by the private entities, it is primarily owned by the Philippine government. So yun yung power of eminent domain. And finally, the power of taxation. The power of taxation is the power of the state to impose and collect taxes to fund public services. Opo, so example nito, kaya tayo may mga withholding tax, we have the excise tax, opo, and this time, we have the value-added tax. The value-added tax is the indirect tax. Ibig sabihin po, kahit nakapataw yun sa mga businesses or the enterprises, kayang ipasa ng mga businessman sa mga consumers. That is the value-added tax. Okay, so generally, that is 12% of the gross selling price or the gross receipts. Kaya nga 'di ba po kung mapapansin niyo kapag kayo po ay bumibili ng grocery o kaya ng mga items, so pag tinignan niyo po meron siya na value added tax nakalagay 12% because according po to the tax code of the Philippines, that is 12% po ang value-added tax. So who is subject to VAT? So businesses and individuals whose gross annual sales or receipts exceeds 3 million are mandatorily VAT registered. Okay, pero meron din naman tayong mga tax exempted sa transaction. So that is under the section 109 of NIRC or the National Internal Revenue Code. So under po the code, so libre po ang VAT. Yung VAT lang po, opo, hindi ibig sabihin wala na silang babayaran ni piso, opo. Yung VAT lang. So hindi sila sisingilin ng VAT kapag yung sale is agricultural or marine food products in their original state. Ibig sabihin po, hindi po nakalata, hindi po processed. Sale or lease of residential properties not exceeding the threshold amount. Kasi po, kung babasahin niyo po yung code talaga, taxation code natin, meron po mga stipulations na under 2 million. If you're interested po, you can actually read it in this website, which I'm going to share also in the description box of this video. Okay, so meron din po tayong educational services by non-stock, non-profit educational institution. Okay, so meron din po na senior citizens purchases on certain goods and services. If you have a family member na senior citizen at meron po silang senior citizen ID with the booklet, so doon nakalagay po yung mga basic necessities and commodities na meron po silang VAT exemption plus the additional 20% discount. Opo, doon sa binili nila. So, for the formula, we have the VAT. Kapag interested po tayong mahanap yung VAT amount mismo, we use the formula price multiplied by 0.12. For the final price naman po, halimbawa yung babayaran mo na lang pong price, yung pinapahanap, considering na may VAT ka. So that is the base price plus the VAT. Okay, so VAT po again, this is the formula. Kaya kung hanap po tayo ng final price, first get the VAT, then add it to the base price lang naman. So for the base price naman, halimbawa given si final price, ang pinapahanap naman is the base price. Ibig sabihin, if the final price is the VAT inclusive, the base price is the VAT exclusive. Okay, so ibig sabihin, excluded si VAT dito. So ang gagawin natin, final price divided by 1.12. So for problem number 4, I want you to pause this video. Since this is only a review, I want you to pause this video and please try this on your own. So sana po na-try na. So nakalagay dito, a customer purchases a smartphone from a gadget store at a net price of 36,000 pesos. The government applies a 12% VAT on all electronic items. So for the first question, what is the amount of VAT? Okay, so VAT yung pinapahanap sa atin. So the VAT formula po is equal to the price multiplied by 0.12. So in this case, that is 36,000 pesos multiplied by 0.12 in our calculator. That is equal to 36,000 multiplied by 0.12. That is equal to 4,320. Ibig sabihin po, yung government po may kukunin sa yung 4,320 pesos pera dito sa 36,000 pesos. So for letter B, what is the total price the customer needs to pay after adding the VAT? Have the total price is equal to the 36,000 pesos plus the 4,320 pesos. So we already have 4,320 here plus 36,000 na lang natin. That will give us 40,320 pesos. Meaning to say the total price is 40,320 pesos. Okay, for letter A, our final answer is that the VAT is 4,320 pesos. And this is our final answer for the first question, letter A. For the second question, the final answer should be the total price is 40,320 pesos. And this is the final answer for letter B. Okay, for letter C naman po, we are asked if the posted price, which includes 12% VAT, is 33,600, what is the original net price before the VAT? So we are asked for the base price. And the base price is equal to the final price over 1.12. So the final price is 33,600. Divide natin by 1.12. So that is equal to 33,600 divided by 1.12, that is equal to 30,000 pesos. So the base price is 30,000 pesos. We can answer this as the base price is 30,000 pesos. And this is our final answer for letter C. Okay? For problem number 5, a 65-year-old senior citizen orders a combo meal from a fast food restaurant. The regular price of the meal is 224, which already includes 12% VAT. Under the law, senior citizens are exempt from VAT and are also entitled to 20% discount on the net price that is before the VAT. So letter A, what is the net price of the meal before the VAT? Letter B, how much is the senior citizen discount? And letter C, how much does the senior citizen pay for the meal? Okay, so first, for question letter A. For question letter A, we are asked for the net price of the meal before the VAT. So the regular price of the meal is 224, which already includes 12%. So VAT inclusive si 224. Ang kailangan natin is the base price kasi net price, 'di ba? Before the VAT. So technically that is the base price. So we have the base price here is equal to the final price over 1.12 by the formula. So the final price is 224. Divide natin by 1.12. So that is equal to 224 divided by 1.12, that is equal to 200 pesos. Meaning to say the base price of the meal is 200 pesos. ₱200 before VAT. Okay, so for letter B tayo, how much is the senior citizen discount? Nakalagay po dito na aside sa exemption of the 12% VAT, meron din siyang matatanggap na 20% discount just because he or she is a senior citizen. So, kailangan po i-account pa rin natin yon as the discount. So, yung gagawin natin is yung parang discount lang naman doon sa nakaraan nating problem. So, that is equal to so, discounted price na natin, discounted price, DP is equal to, that is 200 pesos. So, minus tayo by 0.20 of the 200 pesos. So, that is equal to 200 pesos. So, minus by, so we have 200 multiplied by 0.20, that is 40. So, minus 40 pesos. So, that is equal to 200 minus 40, that is 160. So how much does the senior citizen pay for the meal? So ibig sabihin po, my dear students, ito na yung final niyang babayaran. So we can answer letter C. Okay, so for letter C, we can answer that the senior citizen will pay 160 pesos for the meal. And that is our final answer. Okay, so for problem number 6, I want you again to pause this video and please try to answer this on your own. A 67-year-old senior citizen dines at a fast food restaurant with two family members. The VAT exclusive price of the senior citizen's meal is 280 and the VAT exclusive price of the family member's meal is 560. So there are four questions. First question, how much is the senior citizen discount? Letter B, how much does the senior citizen pay for their meal? Letter C, how much is the VAT on the family member's meal? And letter C, what is the total amount to be paid by the group? Okay, for letter A, we are asked for the senior citizen discount. So discount lang yung pinapahanap sa atin. We know that senior citizens are entitled with 20% discount. So that is 0.20 in decimal. Multiply lang natin siya by 280 given that 280 is the VAT exclusive price. Ibig sabihin po nakatanggal doon si VAT. So in our calculator, that is 280 multiplied by 0.20, that is 56 pesos. So the discount for the senior citizen is 56 pesos. So this is the discount. Okay. Okay, for letter B, we're asked for the bill of the senior citizen, which is equal to the base price minus the discount. So the base price natin dito, that is 280 pesos minus the 56 pesos. That is equal to 280 minus the 56, that is 224 pesos. So that is 224 pesos. And we can answer letter B as the senior citizen will pay 224 pesos. So that is for letter A, and for letter B. Okay, so for letter C, we're asked for how much is the VAT on the family member's meal. Okay, so si family member, alam natin that the VAT exclusive is 560. So yung pinapahanap sa atin is the VAT. So this formula yung gagamitin natin. So VAT tayo is equal to the price multiplied by 0.12. So the price is multiplied by 0.12. So that is equal to 560 multiplied by 0.12. That is equal to 67.2. So the VAT is equal to 67 pesos and 20 centavos. So we can answer this as the VAT is 67.2. That is the answer for letter C alone. Okay, for letter D na tayo. For letter D naman, what is the total amount to be paid by the group? So total tayo, ang gagawin po natin is i-add natin si 67.2 muna doon po sa 560 since po kailangan ni 560 ng VAT. Okay, so ibig sabihin we have 560 plus 67.2. That is for the family member pa lang. Opo, wala pa dito senior citizen. So that is equal to 560 is equal to 627.2. So we have 627.2 pesos. So, ito po, yung family members lang, isama natin yung bill na senior citizen. So, plus, kasi di ba, pumasok sila doon sa fast food restaurant ng sabay-sabay, hindi naman magkahiwalay. Kaya, technically, yung babayaran nila for the whole group dapat. So, i-add natin yung kay senior citizen na 224 pesos. So, plus tayo the 224 pesos, that will give us 851.2 pesos. So, ibig sabihin po, the group, the final answer is that 851.2 pesos. And these are our answers for this problem. Okay, now so we're going to move forward with calculating profit or loss in both absolute and percentage terms. So first, let us define or differentiate profit and loss. So profit po, this is the financial gain when the selling price is greater than the cost price. Profit po, ito po kung may kinita tayo. But we call it as a loss when the cost price is greater than the selling price. Ibig sabihin, abonado ka pa. That is loss. Pero tinatawag po nating break-even kapag yung cost price and the selling price are equal. So meaning to say there is no profit, there is no loss. Ibig sabihin po, balik lang po yung kapital. Okay, so for the formula, we have for the absolute, it's either the profit or the loss. So we have the selling price minus the cost price. Okay, so kapag profit po yan, naka-positive yan, pero kapag naka-negative, that is a loss. Ngayon po, yung absolute value ni profit or loss, para makuha natin si percentage, we get the absolute value of the profit or the loss all over the cost price multiplied by 100. So dito po, class, meron po ditong absolute value. Okay, the absolute value of the profit or loss. Kasi po nakalagay dito the absolute profit or loss. Ibig sabihin po ito, absolute profit or loss, naka in terms of pesos po siya. Ito po naka in terms of percentage. Pero po yung gagamitin po natin is the absolute profit or loss. Ito pong result dito sa unang formula para makuha natin itong percentage all over the cost price multiplied by 100. Okay, so for example, we have here Alisa is an online entrepreneur who recently bought two products for resale. Product A was purchased for 1,350 and sold for 1,800. Product B cost her 2,200 pesos, but she managed to sell it for only 1,850. So for letter A, did Alisa make a profit or a loss on each product? So for this letter, kailangan po natin munang i-identify yung absolute values niya po. Opo, so we have the absolute profit or loss. So lagyan natin absolute. So is equal to the selling price minus the cost price. So for letter A, this is for product A. We have the selling price of 1,800 minus the cost price of 1,350. In our calculator, that is equal to 1,800 minus 100, 1,100, 1,350. That is equal to positive 450. So that is 450 pesos. So since we have here 450 pesos and this is in positive, meaning to say po, this is a profit. Opo. So, kaya ang ilalagay ko dito, did Alisa make a profit or a loss in each product? For product A, made a profit for product A. Okay, dun tayo kay product B. For product B naman po, the same opo. So, absolute tayo, profit or loss is equal to the selling price minus the cost price. So, the selling price of product B, lagay natin dito, this is for product B. For product B, the selling price is 1,850 minus we have the 2,200. So that is equal to negative. This will give us negative. So 1,850 minus 2,200. So that is negative 350. So we have negative 350. So this is negative po. So product B, so since naka-negative siya, we can answer it as Alisa did a loss for product B. Okay? Okay, for letter B, what is the absolute amount of the profit or loss for each item? So, absolute amount. So, okay, for letter B, actually, na-solve na natin, di ba? Kaya i-restate na lang natin. What is the absolute amount? So, Alisa has an absolute profit of 450 pesos for product A. However, she has an absolute loss of 350 pesos for product B. And that is our answer. For letter C, we have the percentage. So, symbolize na lang natin as the percentage is equal to the profit or loss all over the cost price multiplied by 100. So for product A muna tayo. Percentage. So yung profit natin is ilan po? 450. So we have here 450 all over what is the cost price. Ibig sabihin po kung ilan po yung inilabas na pera para ma-purchase yung product na yon. In this problem, that is 1,100 or 1,350 multiplied by 800. In our calculator, that is equal to 450 over 1,350. That is equal to 1/3. So 1/3 po is equal to 0.03333. 0.3333 multiplied by 800. So approximately that is 33.33%. That is the percentage for product A. Okay, how about for product B? So we have the loss of 350 all over. So magkano niya po nabili si product B? That is 2,200 pesos. Multiplied by 100. So that is equal to, so we have 350 divided by 2,200. So that is equal to 0.1590 approximately, or 91. So that is 0.1591 multiplied by 800. So that is equal to 15.91%. That is for product B, or percentage for product B. So since we already have these answers, so pwede na natin siyang ma-answer into. Okay, so for letter C, what is the percentage profit or loss? So for letter C, the profit percentage of product A is 33.33%, while the percentage of loss of product B is 15.91%. And this is our final answer for letter C. Okay, so now for our final problem, I want you to pause this video and please try to answer this on your own. So sana po na-try na. Let us now answer the problem. Mika, a home-based seller of fashion accessories, recently engaged in two transactions. She purchased a handbag for 1,600 pesos and managed to sell it at 2,000 pesos. She also bought a pair of sunglasses for 1,200 pesos, but due to a minor scratch, she sold it for just 950. So for each accessory, determine whether Mika earned a profit or incurred a loss. For the first product, we have the handbag. So sabi natin, para malaman natin if it's a loss or a profit, kailangan po the selling price minus the cost price. The selling price of the handbag is equal to 2,000 pesos minus the 1,600 pesos. That is equal to 400 pesos. So meaning to say, this is a profit. For the second accessory, we have the sunglasses. So we have the selling price minus the cost price. The selling price is 950 pesos minus the cost price, which is 1,200. So that is equal to 950 minus 1,200. That is equal to negative 250 pesos. So that is equal to negative 250 pesos. So meaning to say this is a loss. Okay, so how can we answer this in form of sentence? So, pwede nating sabihin na Sumika earned a profit in handbag but incurred a loss in sunglasses. So, 'di ba? So, sabihin na lang natin na in terms of absolute. So, the exact amount Mika earned in the handbag is 400 pesos. While the exact amount she lost in the sunglasses is 250 pesos. And this is our final answer. The percentage profit of the handbag is equal to, so what is the profit of the handbag? So that is 400 pesos all over. How much is the cost price? That is 1,600 as stated in the problem multiplied by 800. So that is equal to 1/4, I guess. So let's check. So using the calculator, we have 400 divided by 1,600. So that is 1/4. So that is 0.25. So 0.25 times 100, that is equal to 25%. So 0.25 multiplied by 800. So that is equal to 25%. So for the percentage of loss sa sunglasses, so that is equal to, so how much is the loss? So that is 250. So yung kukunin po natin is the absolute value. Opo. So the absolute value of negative 250, that is 250. All over what is the cost price? That is 1,200 pesos multiplied by 800. So that is equal to, in our calculator, so we have 250 over 1,200. So that is equal to 20 or 0.2083 83 multiplied by 100, so that is 80.83%. So that is the loss. So we can answer this problem as that Mika earned in the handbag is 25%, while the percentage she incurred in the sunglasses is 20%. 0.83%. And this is our final answers. So that's it for today, my dear students. If you still have questions, please don't hesitate to comment down below. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye po!